Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Wonderful people of God that are doing the watching at the same time, doing the listening right now. I greet you all in the name of the Lord. And I thank God for giving us such an opportunity for us to live among the living. I've been saying this, that nothing material gives life. Life comes from God. So the moment you and I, we are alive, living among the living, we should understand it is not based on our intellectual capabilities. It is based on grace and His divine mercy. Once again, I greet you all doing the watching. I've come on your way once again to bring a revelational message from God to you. And I'm here to talk about take your trust from men. Take your trust from men. Bible stated it categorically that woe unto a man that places his trust into his fellow man. Woe unto a man that places his trust into his fellow man. One thing I want you to understand is that men are created not to be perfect. Men are created not to be perfect. So anything that is not perfect cannot fulfill its promise. Anything that is not perfect, you don't put trust in such thing. Anything that is not perfect carries disappointment. And so far as human beings are not created to be perfect, it means when you put your trust in them, they will one day, at a point of time, deny you, delay you, disappoint you, and even become ungrateful to you. A lot are going through pain today, not because of the devil, but because we don't listen. Remember, anytime you are giving your trust to someone, you are handing over your life, your emotions, your feelings, everything about you that is very sensitive, you are giving it to the person. Where you are watching me, one way or the other, you've disappointed yourself before, because the promises you make to yourself is not what you're doing. So one way or the other, you are a disappointment to your own life. And every human being is a disappointment to their own life, one way or the other. Because we promise ourselves in certain things we've never delivered. Anytime you are putting your trust in human being, then understand, one day you will share unstoppable tears. If your own life can disappoint you, why then do you trust someone else's life? If your own organs can disappoint you one day, the date you don't know, the time you don't know, the month you don't know, the year you don't know. If your own organs can't promise you when they will stop working, when they will leave you, why then do you put trust in other people's organ? If your heart, your kidney, your own breath, your own shadow can disappoint you, why then do you put your trust in someone else's shadow? Why do you think someone else will live for you? If you can disappoint your own self, why do you believe someone else will use their heart to live for you? Have you ever seen someone that died and once upon a time that claimed he was in love, she was in love, people showed love during the time he lived? And the day he died, they followed him to the grave. Have you ever witnessed that before? Even your wife will enter the grave with you. Even your husband will not enter the grave with you. Even your children, your so-called Christian brothers and sisters, they will enter the grave with you. This life is full of disappointment. There is nothing you can trust in this life that can defend you or that can be there for you for the rest of your life. I know you watching me and doing the listening right now, you might be going through some kind of pain about the kind of love you showed to people. And today they are paying you with evil. The kind of good you shown people. And today you are rather the bad person in their book. That is the life and the character of human being. I know by now you're doing the watching, doing the listening right now. You've regretted even helping someone. You've regretted even paying someone's school fees. Fetching a cup of water for that person to drink. If you were to know such a person will rise up against you today, you wouldn't have done it. I understand. But hear this. So far as you are in the Lord, helping others is your right. It's your duty. Whether your enemies or your loved ones, including those that are ungrateful to you today, it is your duty. You have played your part as a child of God. In life, men will forget about your deeds, but God keeps record. One advice I want to share with you is that see helping or doing good as your right, as your duty, as a child of God. For Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. It said, do good unto people, even unto your enemies. So see it as your duty. See it as your right. And anytime you are helping people, do not attach feelings to it. Don't expect anything from them. Because anytime you do good, and you are expecting that the source in which you put your energy through, the source in which you put your energy in, if you are expecting that the same source will bring back the same energy you put in, you'll be disappointed. It takes only few to think. And it takes only few to say thank you. Majority of people don't think. So if you are expecting thanksgiving from the majority, you'll be disappointed. For Bible says, many are called, but few are chosen. I want to encourage you and I want to advise you through this revelational message. Never regret doing good to anybody. At the end of the day, you did it for God. You've done it unto Him. Do not regret. It is in that good book of God that there was a time you did this to this person, and that is a plus to you. Whatever good seeds you are sowing today, you and your generation will reap it tomorrow. Do not feel bad. As for human being, now so them they. I want to give you this advice. Be strong. Be courageous. Love yourself. For if you are expecting love from them, you will never have it. I want to tell you, they surround you because one, you are doing good and you are looking good. They are not with you because they love you. Have that in mind. Even you doing the watching and listening to me right now, Those praising you at the moment as I'm even speaking, be careful. Be very careful. There are still Judases that are still alive and that are still living in our circle called life. You can find them in the family. You can find them in the church. You can find them at your workplaces. It is among the clergy. It is among the politicians. It is among our religious bodies and our traditional bodies. The Judas still lives. Judas is not dead. The physical being of Judas might be dead, but the spirit of Judas still lives among us. Their smile does not mean they love you. The good words you hear from them doesn't mean they love you. Remember, they only pay attention to you, come to you, surround you if you are doing good and you are looking good. And be careful with the circle you find yourself in. Do not trust their words. Because if you fall today, if something go wrong today, same people will run away from you. Please, keep your circle clean. Quarantine yourself from the trust of man. Man will fail you because man is not created to be perfect. And anything that is not perfect means that thing can disappoint. I want to encourage you, somebody. I know you are going through pain. The support you gave to that man that promised you marriage, the support you gave to that lady that promised you marriage, the help you gave to your friends, the support you gave to them, the money you gave to them, they borrowed, and today you asking them the same money, you are now a problem. You are now evil. It takes only few among the multitude that thing. That is why Bible did not say, because of the devil we perish, because of the demons in our families we perish. He said, look, lack of knowledge. So it means not everybody have that knowledge. So some of the doing of people see them that it is not their fault. It is because they lack knowledge. And I want to tell you this. Let them say, if today you are no more the one the once upon a time benefited from, let them say, karma knows the address of evil people and ungrateful people. Hear what I just said. People you've done so much good to. People you've done so much for. If today you are now an evil person before them, going around tarnishing your image, saying all sort of things against you, I want to tell you this. Do not pay attention to them. Leave it into the hands of karma. I am here to console you, to strengthen you. There's so much pain we face in this life. Who causes them? They are human beings. There's so much trouble people are going through in this life. Who causes them? They are human beings. Even animals knows how to show love. To those that are feeding them and to those that takes care of them. Even animals. They have the mind of remembrance. Bible said, it pains God that he has created man in his image. When he looked down and sees the evil that men have towards each other in their mind and heart, it pains God. If God can regret of creating man, why then do you expect something good from man? I want to tell you this. It is because of the regret of God, of man before God, that is why there is hell. Every ungrateful human being, hell is waiting for you. And when we talk about hell, we are not talking about a fire burning you. We are only talking about what you sow, you will reap it. The peace, the joy, the happiness, the sleepless nights you cause for a good person, one day you will pay for it. The lies, the ungratefulness you cause a good person, that pain, you will pay for it. Leave the battles for God to handle. And do you know something? God is with you. I know to get up at times in such a situation is difficult. That is why I have been sent to you this morning, this afternoon, this evening, this dawn, to tell you, rise again, for the Lord is with you. I know you were not expecting it. How good and clean your heart and your spirit is towards them. And today, your name is all over. They've been with you for 3 years. They've been with you for 2 years. They've been with you for 6 years. They've been with you for 20 years. For 15 years. All these years, there is nothing good you've done to them before. Today, they've given you names and calling you names. They form groups and they've turned themselves into scoundrels against you. But do you know something? There is hope in the Lord. He said, 1,000 may gang up against you at your left hand side. 10,000 may gang up against you at your right hand side. But listen, he said, none of their plans will get close to you.